Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and I want to show you how I set up my swim jigs and with the swimming trailer on the back, how I use them. And Bass Pro Shop, I got myself a couple of trailers and swimming jigs. I'll start with Booyah. These are my favorite jigs, and they work real well, and they got nice hooks on them. What I like to do is I'll just trim the skirt a little bit. Make a mess. Just like this. And the other thing I do is, these have a pretty soft weed guard, but just like anyone else, I like to trim just a little bit from top. Out. And these come with the rattler. Make sure the rattler is on the bottom so it doesn't interfere with the hook set. Just get it nice. See, I usually, on most of my swimming jigs, I'll take off a couple of them, but on Booyah and striking, since they're so soft, they don't interfere that much, and I rarely miss a fish because of the weed guard. But yeah, I always like to match the color, since this is gonna be a swimming jig. I'll put a swimming trailer on it. My favorite from Bass Pro Shop, the Speed Chat. I don't put the whole thing, then it becomes real big and they usually bite the tail. So what I'll do is I'll just match it to a point where it just sticks out. Cut it. Just trim it out so it's not that bulky, and just thread it on there. Make sure it's nice and straight. And voila. And how I use this, when I put a swimming tail on it like this, I'll just I cast these on brush piles or where there's weeds. I'll cast it, I'll let it fall right where the brush is, and I'll swim right on top of the brush. And Booyah has real nice hook, wide gap, and it's pretty sharp. And these are pretty nice. I catch a lot of smallies on these, especially this one is black and blue flake, and has some little bit blue over here. These work pretty well. And I also have these with red. Now I have more luck with the red ones, and red is my favorite color. And this one's the Booyah Bull Jig. These are pretty easy to skip too. If you want to skip them on the docks, they work very well with skipping as well. Because I don't know if you guys can see, but the bottom it's kind of flat. So what I do with these is the same thing. I'll trim out the skirt. I like the skirts to be real short. And the rattlers, I always want to put them on the bottom. And I usually fish the bull jigs on the rocky areas right by the dams. Well, on these I put a different trailer. It's my favorite from Young. Their plastics are pretty durable. They don't break off, they don't dry out. At least I hadn't had a problem with them drying out. And you want to just feel the hook where it's at, and I'll just pull it right before the head. And over here it has a little bait keeper, which they work pretty well. I don't use super glue or any kind of glue to keep them on. Just put it on there. I don't use these on grass that much, simply because of the trailer. I'm imitating a craw. So what I do is I'll cast them. I'll wait for it to hit the bottom. Once it hits the bottom, I'll just swim it slowly. It's bouncing up from the rocks, and the tentacles just move all crazy under the water, and it drives smallies crazy. I have pretty good luck with them in Fox River and the ponds near my house for largemouth and smallies. I use these when the river is muddy, right after rain. When it's clear, I'll switch to Strike King. The reason I like Strike King over Booyah is when the water is clear. They got the nice bluegill pattern. And they have a pretty light weed guard. I got, I don't know if I have it over here, but no. had a jig, I don't know who made it, but the weed guard was real hard. I tried using it and I kept on missing fish because the weed guard was real tough. And on the swimming jigs on Strike King, since the weed guard is perfectly cut with the hook, I don't have to even trim it. What I do with these is same thing. I'll just cut the skirt just a tiny bit, and again I'll use and Strike King also has a trailer keeper, and it's actually pretty neat. It has 2 rattlers, and I don't know if you guys can see it, little bait keeper. It works great. I never have a fish, even if they tend to bite the tentacles first, so you gotta remember when you're just hopping on the bottom, they'll first go for the tentacles. If it's a smaller fish, they try to rip them out, and then they'll actually go for the actual strike. So what I do is I just push it on, and I'll just press this in, and it just keeps it. And like I said, I'll use the bluegill pattern on a little bit stain or clear water, most of the time on clear water. And this type of setup, again, I'll just fish real close to the bottom on the rocks. And these Strike King and Booyah swim pretty well, and they got great sharp hooks. And I got a white one. The white one, I'll use it only on clear water, and during the day when it's nice and sunny, it seems to work pretty well. I don't use a crotch trailer on the white one because simply I'm imitating a shad, and I've never seen a albino crawdad or crayfish, whichever you want to call them. On the white one, seems like I'm not gonna be trimming the skirt. It's kind of short. I like to create the bigger profile on these. And the weed guard, just trim it. Bass Pro Shop. These are the I think these are the 3-inch. Yeah, these are the 3-inch slim shad. I like to use them on the my swimming baits, and my also sometimes on I'll put a swimming shad or speed shad behind a chatterbait, small chatterbait. I have to just thread it on. Like halfway. Put it on there. Voila. If I was a fish, I'll definitely go for this one. Except here, I went too much on it. Make sure the bait is nice and straight. There we go. Has a nice little shad pattern. And these speed shads, they work pretty well. I'm very impressed with them for the price. You can't beat it. Even Kitech is good too, but they're a little bit more expensive. And so far the speed shad hasn't failed me, and they're very durable. You can catch with except pike. You can use it for like 10-15 bass, and I had 3-pounders and 4-pounders chew on them. They still don't get ripped, because it's a little bit harder than Kitech, but still has the action. So I would strongly recommend them if you're looking for trailers. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope these tips are helpful, and if drop a like, and if you're not already subscribed, subscribe.